Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Farafaidah binti Burhan from the Academy of Contemporary Islamic Studies, SSUITM Shah Alam. So the title of my presentation is Cognizant Halal and Wudu-Friendly Cosmetic Among Halal Management Undergraduate. So this is basically my group members. I'm Dr. Farafaidah binti Burhan with Noor Ain and Dr. Siti Amirah, last but not least, Dr. Izwan Rafiq Hussein. So this is basically my presentation outline. I will start with the introduction, which consists of background of the studies and literature review. Next, I will highlight on the research problem and objective, methodologies, finding and discussion, last but not least, the conclusion. So this is basically the highlight that sparked the ideas of this research. So as we know, and not many people know about the differences between halal and wudu or ablution-friendly cosmetic. This because they actually have a similar look, but they actually differ in the terms of application and cleansing. Halal cosmetic are not generally wudu-friendly due to their chemical properties, which makes them difficult to remove from the skin, particularly with water. So inadequate knowledge of this concept may lead to confusion and jeopardize the status of ibadah. So this is basically the introduction. So currently, the halal cosmetic products are rapidly gaining popularity among industry participants and customers in Malaysia. Muslims are becoming increasingly aware about the existence of non-safe chemicals and non-halal components in their cosmetic and personal care products. So to cope with the problem, the wudu-friendly cosmetic is one of the alternative and advancement being offered by the halal cosmetic industry, allowing the Muslim women to freely wear cosmetic while simultaneously executing their religious obligation in a manner that is comfortable to them. So according to Malaysia's standard for cosmetic MS 2634 2019, cosmetic product that does not contain any parts of the product that made up from animals that are non-halal and not slaughtered according to Sharia law. And it also must not contain any nuts according to Sharia law. It must be safe and not intoxicate, must not be processed, manufactured and using the equipment contaminated with the nuts, and does not contain any human part. So it becomes a responsibility for the manufacturers to demonstrate the safeties of the cosmetic and the ingredient used in the halal cosmetic product. So what is wudu-friendly cosmetic? So recently we hear about this actually becomes one of the trend in cosmetic industry, the wudu-friendly cosmetic. So what is wudu-friendly cosmetic? According to Bayan Linnas 2018, wudu-friendly cosmetic is a cosmetic product that easily to be removed and can no longer prevent water from permeating the skin. So as we know, the basic components of cosmetic was the fatty acid, oil, waxes, silicone, and all this component is actually a non-water permeable component. For example, the formulation of cosmetic lipstick, it contains more than 50% of oil and waxes. So actually, if we just remove by using water without using any solvents or makeup remover, it won't be clean completely. So it can be said that not all halal cosmetic product is wudu friendly, but yes, all wudu friendly cosmetic is a halal cosmetic in regard if they apply for halal certificate under cosmetic scheme. So basically, as we can see here, to clean the oil-based cosmetic product, solvent like alcohol and surfactant is needed. So, by understanding the critical aspect of wudu is very important since it is related with the cleansing regimen before performing the wudu itself. So, the term of al-wudu means cleaning some parts of the body. So, it is actually important and obligatory for Muslim to perform wudu. But before performing wudu, they have sort of pillars of wudu. So, basically, we have 5 pillars of wudu. So, before performing wudu, the face should be clean from any makeup. So most of the people nowadays, when they use the wudu-friendly makeup, they might actually use it, might think that it can be used while performing the wudu. So this can jeopardize the validity of their wudu. Basically, the problem statement. So the concerns of the newly coined word of wudu-friendly cosmetic creates confusion and misuse of the product when performing ablution and prayer, especially among Muslim customers, particularly youth, that they believe it may be used directly for prayers if the cosmetic product is labeled wudu-friendly. To worsen the problem, currently there are authorities that offer the certificate of wudu compliance. For example, here we can see they offer the wudu compliance certificate for nail polish. So this does mean that the customer no need to remove the nail polish before or during performing the ablution. So the next problem statement is currently there are low level of cognizance on halal cosmetic. Since halal nowadays are only mainly popular among halal food, so especially among youth, the cognizance levels is very low because they are still young and had not enough exposure to the concept of wudu friendly cosmetic, and this does actually contribute to the problem. So the possible factors that can influence the awareness of halal according to the previous literature, it can be influenced by advertisement, religiosity, education, and practice. So in these studies, we try to determine the level of cognizance on halal and wudu-friendly cosmetic among halal management undergraduate to discover the contributing factors that influence the cognizance on halal and wudu-friendly cosmetic. So the significance of the studies, it could be benefit for the authorities when providing the awareness on halal cosmetic and cosmetic manufacturers, especially when using the terms related to wudu-friendly cosmetic for marketing and advertisement, so that public will get accurate information. And this study has a potential to clarify the existing information on the terms of halal and wudu-friendly cosmetic, and also may help other peoples that look for the same resources. So this is basically the research methodology. So this research employed quantitative research by using a closed-ended question, and the data will then be analyzed using statistical analysis. So this is basically the research framework of independent variable and dependent variable of awareness, and the variables were evaluated using 5-point Likert scale. Move to the finding and discussion. So all information regarding all the background information of respondents such as age, gender, education level, and semester were tabulated in table 1. So as we can see here, female respondents outnumber male respondents with 64% and 63% respectively. 50 responses aged 21 to 23 years old, which was the highest, followed by 26 respondents aged between 24 to 26 years, and the least was from a respondent from the age of 30 and oldest. So in terms of educational background, the highest respondents are 75 respondents from bachelor degree, and other than that is from diploma level. So the data was further analyzed to measure the cognizance level on the halal and wudu-friendly cosmetic of the respondent. So table 2 illustrates the respondent level of cognizance. So the mean statement that falls under high interpretation is Q number 1, Q number 9, Q number 8, Q number 2, and Q number 3, last but not least, Q number 4. So the study found the most respondents know the types of ingredients that categorize as cosmetic, as halal cosmetic, and they have a good understanding on the differences between halal and haram cosmetic. This might be because all of the respondents are halal management students, so they have an excellent basic of halal and haram principle. So next, the question number 8 and number 7. So most of the students know the differences between halal. So next, the question number 8 and number 7. So most of the students know the differences between halal cosmetic and wudu-friendly cosmetic, and agreed that wudu-friendly in terms wudu-friendly terms are referring to cosmetic product that easy to clean by water. So this shows that they understand on the concept of wudu-friendly cosmetic. The statement is further supported when the question number 4 and question number 6 shows moderately low mean score when the statement is contradicting with the statement number Q8, where all halal cosmetic is wudu friendly. So based on the chemical properties of cosmetic product, based on the chemical properties of cosmetic product, most of the cosmetic product formulated with fatty acid and all makes the cosmetic product not easily to remove by water. So it is essential to remove by solvent. Thus, not all halal cosmetic products are wudu friendly. So this is the second objective, where we can find that by looking at the values of correlation experiment row, education component has the greatest influence on the level of cognizance, followed by the advertisement. So the variable of education are the most significant, likely about halal among halal students. So as a conclusion, the benefits of using halal cosmetic are great due to their increased safety and quality. But if consumer lacks understanding in the terms of usage and cleansing regimen before performing any Islamic ritual, the ibadah can be jeopardized. So therefore, as the first step, responsible individual or organization should be appropriately acknowledged. Different initiatives should be implemented to increase the awareness of wudu-friendly cosmetic and in subsequent steps to make them available to Muslim and other interested customers. So thank you.